Hey fam, welcome back to another video. You guys, if you plan to travel anytime soon, like literally tomorrow, since the government shut down, the air traffic controllers, the airports in general, especially if you're coming out of Newark or plan on going into Newark or coming out of or in Denver, they've been having some major delays or even possibly canceling flights. So definitely when you are traveling, prepare ahead of time for possible delays. So let's go ahead and see exactly what's going on with these airports, because traveling and then the delays, we know how difficult it can be, how frustrating it can be, and best thing to do is to stay prepared ahead of time. And I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. Of course, I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey. Back to the personal situation. Let's head into this Dollar Tree over in Maplewood. Stable Milk is also a plus. These past few years showed me. Hey fam, welcome back to another video. This is Shauna, and I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. Of course, I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey. All right, so here's the issue with traveling right about now. So we have staffing issues that's causing delays at U.S. airports as shutdown persists. Man, I wonder how long this shutdown is going to go on for. So the Federal Aviation Administration said staffing issues were causing delays at several airports, including, of course, that number one airport being Newark Airport. So it's Newark and Denver. On Monday, just hours after the top U.S. transportation official said air traffic controllers calling in sick, of course, had risen slightly since the government shutdown began, because they know they still got to report to work even though they not getting paid. They still got to go. So some 13,000 air traffic controllers and about 50,000 Transportation Security Administration officers must still turn up for work during the shutdown. They are not being paid, and controllers are set to miss their first paycheck on October 14th. So that's pretty darn soon. And I know it's going to hit, and I say it like, even though it's a government shutdown, the bills ain't gonna shut down. They still need to get paid. So Transportation Secretary Mr. Duffy there said that at times their traffic staffing has been cut by 50% in some areas since the shutdown started last week. So the FAA said air traffic control staffing issues are impacting numerous airports including Newark, Phoenix, Denver, Las Vegas, and Burbank. Dante. In Burbank. So FlightAware said more than 4,000 flights in the U.S. on Monday have been delayed, including 29% arriving flights at Denver, 19%. Not bad for Newark. 19%. I really would have thought it would have been higher. So 19% of Newark flights have been delayed as well, and 15% of Las Vegas flights. Weather issues are also, they're saying, impacting flights. So Mr. Trump has made transportation a focal point in a government shutdown battle with the Democrats, cutting off more than $28 billion of aid for climate programs, subways, tunnels, and mass transit in Democratic-leaning states, including New York and Illinois, y'all. That's crazy. So delays will result from the reduced staffing, Duffy said, and they're saying that if the sick calls do increase, air traffic flow will be cut to a rate that maintains, of course, that for that air safety. Duffy and the president of National Air Traffic Controllers Association spoke. They did speak at a press conference at Newark Liberty International Airport, and they're saying that the airport is one of three serving the heavily Democratic-leaning New York metropolitan area, and it is a major hub in the United States, or the United Airlines. They also said they're thinking about, am I going to get a paycheck? Duffy said, adding that some are asking themselves, do I have to take a second job and drive Uber when I'm already exhausted from doing a job that's already stressful? The union on Monday reminded workers participating in a job action could result in removal from the federal service, y'all. It is more important than ever that we rise to the occasion and continue delivering the consistent high level of public service we provide every day, they're saying. That's what they told their union members. We cannot stress enough that this is an essential to avoid any action that could reflect poorly on you, our union, or our professions, they're saying. The last shutdown, which did last 35 days, the number of absences by controllers and Transportation Security Administration officers rose as workers missed paychecks, extending checkpoint wait times at some airports. Authorities were forced to slow air traffic in New York, which put pressure on lawmakers to quickly end the standoff. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, definitely expect some delays. Airline trade group Airlines for America, which represent United, Delta Airlines, American Airlines, and Southwest Airlines, warned that during a funding lapse, the system may need to slow down, reducing efficiency. So a persistent shortage of controllers has delayed flights, and many are working mandatory overtime in 6 days a week. That got to be stressful. So the FAA is about 3,500 air traffic controllers short of targeted staffing levels already. So fam, if you do plan on traveling, just expect some possible, I'm not going to say everywhere, just expect some delays. Like I said, prepare ahead of time. If you got to pack an extra snack, or if you don't want to spend all that money at the airport on that airport food, pack an extra snack. Make sure you're following the airport guidelines on what you can bring, into the gates, because you will be throwing some stuff away at that. Pack some extra snacks. If you have to bring your bottle to fill it up for the water, pack that as well. Definitely time wise, you might want to book an earlier flight just in case your flight do get delayed, and that's if it's even available at this point. So if you are traveling or have traveled since the shutdown, have your flight been delayed, definitely let us know in the comments down below. Until next time, safe travels to you all that are traveling. Don't be too stressed out if there is a delay. We already know what's going on, so prepare ahead of time for a lot of deep breaths. So we're gonna leave this video right here where it is at. Until next time, y'all, this is Shauna, and I'm officially checking out from Moments with Us. You all stay prepped, stay blessed, stay safe, and most of all, remain beautiful queens and kings. Love you all, and God bless. If you are new here and you did enjoy today's video, all you have to do is subscribe, just like that. Like, comment, and share the video along with your friends and family, and let them know if they're traveling, there can be a major delay. Peace.